If you localize, this is going to be pretty awesome. I'm going to show you how to set up quick translations in the end user workspace, and GraFx Genie is going to help us. Alright, so now we're working with a clothing brand. We're going to do print ads on this one. So we have all kinds of different sizes. We've rearranged all our objects on it. Alright, so let's go back to our defaults and we're going to look at the headline a little more. So I'm going to select the headline and show you real quick. So what I used is a paragraph style for it, and I called headline, make it super easy. So it's roboto. We got bold. We aligned it to the center. We also capitalized everything and we use the color white. That just made it a lot simpler to design. Okay, so we're going to move our ad over and we're going to go to the variable panel. So let's click it and let's expand the variable panel. Now we're going to create a variable. So in this case, we're going to rename it right away, keep it user-friendly for end users. We're going to name it headline. And what we'll do is we'll select the whole headline, go back to variables and insert it. Now it's been inserted. We can click anywhere to get back to the bold. That's it. Now we're going to get back to the variables, and what we'll do, we're going to create a second one. And this time we're going to name it language. And this is going to be a list variable. So we're going to select single selected list. Now we're going to create different items. So basically as many items as there are languages. And we're going to rename them all. So let's go with, let's say English, Spanish, French, Dutch, and our last one is going to be, let's say German. Now that we have a whole bunch of different languages, we're going to go over to the actions panel. So let's close the variable panel. Let's go over to actions and let's click that add icon to create an action. And we're going to set up a trigger. So our trigger is going to be if the variable value is changed of the language variable. Let's go over to the action tab. And if you're like me and you can code, we're going to call on GraFx Genie. So click the GraFx Genie icon. In this case, we're going to write a little bit more text. So we're going to expand it. And let's go with something super easy that Genie is going to understand. So in this case, let's go with change the headline as follows. And now we're just going to list everything. So we're going to go with English equals, let's say bold, Spanish equals audace, French equals audacieux, Dutch equals dapper, and German equals mutig. Okay, now we're going to click the generate icon and let GraFx Genie do its magic. So as you can see, it's coding. Remember to wait until the code has been written fully to click create. It now has been generated, click create, and let's rename our actions. Let's go with something super easy that we can remember, keep things nice and tidy. So language change. Now let's go back to the variables, and what we want is to test it out. So let's test it out. We have our variables that are working. We have a drop-down menu. We can select different languages. What we don't want though is we don't want both variables to show in the end user workspace because the headline is kind of useless in this case. We're just looking at translations. So we're going to toggle to make it invisible in the end user workspace. Don't forget to save. And now let's check it out in the end user workspace. So as you can see, now we're in the end user workspace. We have our drop down menu on the left hand side and we can select a language, and that's going to update our headline at the same time. Hope this helps. Thanks for watching. Check out the links below to find out more about Chili GraFx, follow us on socials, and get certified. See you around.